Team Trump have let their hair down on the first night in Saudi Arabia by taking part in a traditional sword dance. President Donald Trump was spotted swaying and smiling as he stood shoulder to shoulder with Saudis for the ceremonial male-only sword dance on Saturday. Trump's Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and Commerce Secretary Wilbur were more inclined to get involved as they linked arms with the men next to them and awkwardly danced to the drum beats as they held their swords. The dance took place outside the King Abdulaziz Historical Center as First Lady Melania Trump, Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner and daughter Ivanka watched on. While Trump's Chief of Staff Reince Priebus and Chief Strategist Bannon also made a brief appearance, they didn't appear to join in the ceremonial dancing. The welcome took place before a state dinner in Trump's honor with the Saudi king and other senior Saudi royals. The menu was set to include an array of dishes, including steak and ketchup alongside lamb and hefty portions of rice. It comes after the Trumps were greeted by the Saudi king and a long red carpet when they landed in the capital, Riyadh, for the president's first overseas visit in office. He touched down in the Middle East Saturday morning, hours after tweeting about his excitement for his first big foreign trip. Trump flew to Riyadh overnight on Air Force One, becoming the only president to make Saudi Arabia, or any majority Muslim country, his first stop overseas as president. His arrival following a 6,700-mile flight was met with the pomp usually reserved for the likes of a papal welcome in South America. The president got the red carpet treatment, literally, and some airport workers took off their shoes before manicuring it with brooms in 97-degree heat. The Saudi king later presented Trump with the kingdom's top civilian honor, the gold King Abdulaziz Medal, at the royal court. There were 30 U.S. flags at the ready at the airport, a tiny fraction of the thousands that lined streets and highways between the airport and the city center. A 90-person Royal Saudi Air Force's honor guard practiced rifle drills and then stood at attention while Trump and his kingly escort ambled toward the terminal. He heard an 8-bugle fanfare, watched a 7-jet fly over trailing red, white and blue smoke, and cannon fire. Lots of cannon fire, which didn't cease until Trump and King Salman were safely inside. Inside the terminal, the fragrant smell of oud filled the air as workers burned the aromatic wood and charcoal lamps. Wafting Saudi oud scents also permeate the air in the souks, marketplaces, that snake through the oldest part of town. Just steps away is Adira, known to locals as Chop Chop Square, because of periodic public beheadings. Trump later said the first day of his maiden international trip had been tremendous. He was largely kept away from reporters during a busy day of meetings and ceremonies in Riyadh. He said deals the U.S. government and private sector reached would lead to tremendous investments in the United States. He said the deals will also create jobs. Trump has agreed to a defense cooperation deal with the Saudis, pledging $110 billion effective immediately and up to $350 billion over 10 years. There are some private sector agreements too. The military package includes tanks, combat ships, missile defense systems, radar and communications, and cybersecurity technology.